Hey, everybody. It's Movie Recap Nation. Today we're going to break down the plot of the 2012 dramatic thriller The Battery. A dangerous virus has turned most of humanity into bloodthirsty zombies. Two baseball players, Ben and Mickey, are among the few survivors. The guys are traveling on the country roads of Connecticut without a specific purpose, trying not to go into large population centers where there are a lot of infected. Mickey has been hiding with Ben and his family at his parents' house for about 3 months. And when they ran out of supplies, they had to eat the dog. Still, the zombies broke in and ate everyone but the two friends. Since then, Ben has been adamantly opposed to sleeping in any enclosed space. Ben has adapted well to the new way of life, constantly moving from place to place and learning to get supplies. Mickey, on the contrary, refuses to learn basic survival skills and likes to just sit alone with his player burns dozens of batteries. Mickey loves cleanliness and strives for perfection in everything. To date, he hasn't killed a single infected person. Ben doesn't care about cleanliness and rarely washes himself. At the same time, he has saved a comrade's life more than once. In the woods near the house, friends find a car, from which the charged climbs out. And Ben kills her without a second thought. Fortunately, the wheelbarrow is in working condition, and the guys continue traveling on it. They try to catch some radio waves, but it's no use. The guys go to the house of Mickey's dead girlfriend, where he decides to grab her panties as a souvenir. The two gather supplies, and Mickey offers to stay here for a couple days, as the place looks safe. However, Ben replies that they can't take that risk. Not far away, the boys find a pasture with peacefully grazing cows, which are not affected by the virus like the rest of the animals. Ben jokes at his comrade and warns him that he may not be able to hear the zombies approaching because of the headphones. In the house of the dead bride, Mickey finds 2 radios, inserts batteries into them, and makes sure that they still work. Suddenly, the boys hear the conversations of other survivors, Annie and Frank, who call themselves Orchard. Mickey cheerfully contacts them, asks to take them in, and explains that they might be useful. However, Frank angrily replies that they have no room for new people. He insistently asks them not to clog up the airwaves and orders Annie to ignore the strangers. Mickey is shocked that they were so rudely turned away. The guy wants to find the band, but Ben is sure it's almost unrealistic. For days on end, Mickey tries to radio Annie, who seemed friendlier to him. But no one answers. Mickey searches all the surrounding houses, but instead of an orchard, he comes across 2 slow zombies. The guy jumps back into the car out of fear and slams the doors shut. Ben isn't scared in the slightest, calmly walks up to the couple and quickly destroys them with blows from a baseball bat. Later, Ben washes himself under a small waterfall. Mickey is asleep in the car. The zombie girl notices the car and wanders right over to it. Mickey sees that the infected was a beauty when she was alive. He pulls down his pants and does himself in satisfaction while looking at Milos. All the fun is spoiled by Ben, who blows the zombies' brains out and girlfriends with his pants down. The two go around house after house, building after building, but find nothing interesting. In the evening, at another house, Mickey can't stand it and yells that they'll sleep here tonight, as he's tired of the camping conditions. Ben, seeing that his comrade is at the end of his rope, agrees, taking his headphones from him. Before going to bed, Mickey looks longingly at the photo of his dead fiancée and once again tries to contact Annie. This time the girl answers and explains that she can't help, because if Frank finds out about it, he will kick her out of the group. Annie asks not to try to contact her again. Ben, tired of the constant tension, gets drunk and does a crazy dance to the music from his friend's headphones. In the morning, Ben leaves the bat in the bed of a sleeping friend and goes to the zombie, which someone tied to a tree. Nearby, the guy unties the zombie, drags it into the house, pushes it into Mickey's room, and locks the door behind him. Ben yells that it's time for a comrade to kill his first infected. A couple minutes later, Ben goes inside, sees a dazed Mickey, with a bat and a zombie lying next to him. Without a sign of life, Mickey lashes out at his comrade for setting him up. He is punched several times in the face and runs out of the house. Ben catches up with Mickey and he tearfully recounts his conversation with Annie. In the afternoon, the guys throw a ball and Ben tries to cheer his friend up. The guys fish, goof around in the apple orchard, and snack on apples. It seems that killing the zombies has done Mickey some good. He's regained his will to live. They drive on and stop next to a car blocking the road to drain its gas tank. When Ben realizes the tank is empty and gets up, he sees a nervous man holding a knife to Mickey's throat. The stranger's name is Jerry. He demands the keys, threatening to kill the guy otherwise. Jerry admits he's running away from someone. If the man catches up with him, he's finished. Ben tricks the stranger by telling him that the keys are in the car and Jerry is left with nothing. Like trying to escape. Ben comes closer and kills the man. Mickey is surprised that his comrade shot the man in cold blood. However, Ben is sure that by his actions he saved his friend. Almost immediately, a car pulls up, in which sits a girl and a guy she calls Egghead. They declare that they will take the car on which Jerry arrived and immediately disappear. The two gas up the car and are about to drive off. Mickey realizes that Annie is in front of him, whose voice he heard on the radio, and calls the girl named Annie, shoots Ben in the knee, and throws away the guy's car keys so they can't follow them. Annie and the Eggheads drive right off. Mickey tries to find the keys in the thick grass as he sits helplessly with his plaster-off leg on the car. The search ends in failure and the boys have to sleep in the wheelbarrow right on the road. In the night, they hear a strange noise and see a whole crowd of infected, which inexorably approaches them. Ben can barely move his legs, so the guys have no choice but to lock themselves inside the car. In the morning, the guys are horrified to see that the car is surrounded by a lot of hungry zombies. Naturally, finding the keys is out of the question. The two just want to get out of this hell. In a rage, Luke climbs out and shoots a few of the infected. Though it certainly doesn't solve the problem. Mickey suggests shorting the wires and starting the car, just like in the movies. Except that the guys don't know which wires to connect. Ben blames his comrade for what happened, who could not calm down about Annie, although he was warned not to get involved. The boys realize that their water supply is coming to an end. The day seems like an eternity. In the evening, Mickey has to put on headphones, as the noise from the infected is driving him crazy. In the morning, Mickey covers the windows with blankets, unable to look at the maddened crowds around him anymore. So day after day passes. Water and food supplies are melting away, and the zombies don't even think of leaving. The guys get wasted, as the thoughts of this desperate situation do not give them rest. In the morning, the guys realize that if nothing is done, they will die in the car. Mickey gets up the courage and climbs out through the hatch, going to break through the crowd of zombies and try to find the keys again. Ben, on the other hand, stays inside. Soon Mickey returns. Unfortunately, he was unable to find the keys. But what's worse? One of the zombies bites the guy's finger. Ben grabs the gun and yells at his comrade to get out of the car. Mickey sobs, begging to be allowed to stay. Ben screams, realizing what he's done, and then sits motionless for a long time, completely devastated. The guy turns on his walkie-talkie, blames Annie for Mickey's death, and then promises to find and kill her. Ben puts on his headphones, turns on his favorite song, and gets out of the car chased by a mob of zombies. What do you think of the movie The Battery with a fantastic $6,000 budget? Share in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you soon.